What's up, YouTube? Cody with Rattlesnake Ranch here, and I've got a one-off video for you today. We've got a little albino rattlesnake that is going off to its new home, and you might be wondering, how do we ship venomous snakes? So if that's a question you didn't know you had, you're interested in learning more about how we pack them, that's what this video is about. So if you want to see how that works, stay tuned. All right, so before I go into detail on how we're gonna get this little snake in a deli cup and in all this, I guess I should mention not all carriers will ship venomous snakes. In fact, as far as I know, there's only one, and that's Delta Airlines. This video does not cover the details of how to book the shipment and all that. A friend of mine, Jaden, actually made a great video about that, how to do that online. Although lately, Delta's website has not been working, so as of right now, you can't even do that. But yeah, this is more about like how we pack the actual animal. And if you want to learn more about the booking process, then look for that link in the description below. I'll put it there. So this is not necessarily a how-to video. This is more of a how we do things here. I don't think most of you are ever going to be shipping a venomous snake, but if you're curious, again, I'm going to cover how that works. The biggest thing is multiple levels of containment. So this thing is going to be packed like Fort Knox. If the snake was to escape its initial deli cup that it's in somehow, we want to make sure that there are extra levels of containment where it still can't get anywhere. It's totally safe while it's in transit. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cover real quick, just in summary, where it's going to go and from start to finish. So first thing, this will be the fun part later, is getting the little diamondback, who's I'm sure going to be a little cranky, into this little 4-inch deli cup. This does have holes around the sides, so there's airflow, but we're going to get them in here. We're going to do red electrical tape around the top to keep this lid from popping off in any way, and we'll label it as venomous, and that will be first level of containment. After that, that deli cup with the snake in it will then go into the snake bag. This is a breathable, glorified pillowcase basically, and we're going to tie this off, zip tie that shut, secondary containment. That, with the deli cup inside of it, will then go into this insulated shipping box, and this will be taped shut and labeled as well. And that is the tertiary containment. And then lastly, all of that will go inside this tote, packed nicely to where they're not, bouncing around, the box isn't bouncing around. And then we're gonna zip tie all these little holes around the lid here. And so that is the 4 levels of containment that we're gonna do for this particular snake. And we're gonna go ahead and get the little guy, we'll get him in that deli cup, and I'm gonna show how we get the snake into that deli cup completely hands-free in a way that is safe. There's no room for error or anybody getting bit. So yeah, hang in there if you made it this far. We'll go get that little guy right now. Alrighty, so we've got the little albino diamondback right here in front of me. He's in this tub. I've got a little plexiglass shield over him, so there's no surprises while I'm filming. And again, we're gonna get him in this deli cup, and there's a couple tricks that, this is something I wanna show you guys on how we do this to make sure that it's hand-free and safe. I got this out of my kitchen. This is just a pitcher, and this is just a tad bigger than this deli cup itself. I can set it right in there. And this creates a secondary containment. It's nice and tall. The snake probably can't even get out of that if I left it in it, but it's not going to easily shoot out of it. But we're going to put the deli cup right in the bottom of it. Let me go ahead and take the lid off. Set that in there. Now luckily rattlesnakes tend to coil, and so the idea is we're going to take him out of here. I am going to use some tongs because this snake does not ride a hook well, and we'll pull him out. We're going to just put him in that cup, and if he cooperates, he will hopefully relatively quickly coil right into that deli cup, and then we'll be able to put the lid on. And that's the part that you might be wondering how we do. So I cut a little piece of electrical tape, folded it over itself, and stuck it on there. So this is the lid, little piece of electrical tape on there. And this is actually a rack tool. This is used for pulling, snake racks open for bitey snakes, venomous snakes, gives you a couple extra feet of clearance. This has a nice little rectangular end. And what's nice about it is we can stick that to there, and we can use this to essentially apply pressure and get the lid right on there. And so we're going to do that when the snake's in there. And again, this creates a completely hands-free way up until the snake is, in there. There's no chance of a finger, losing a finger from taking a bite. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully he cooperates, everything goes smooth. Here we go. All right, we're going to get this little guy out. And I believe he is under that hide there. So I'll lift that up slowly. There he is. All right, and the deli cup, I went ahead and added some bedding to it. And we're gonna put him inside there, hopefully he cooperates. Here comes the lid. Obviously make sure you don't get his tongue or tail or any of his body. All right, there, he's in there. Pop. All right. So I'm just going to double check that that is secure around the seams. I'm applying pressure to this tool still until I can confirm, but yep, he is in there. All right. There he is, safe and secure. Ready for his first flight. Well, not quite. We're going to take this, tape this up and then put him in the bag and then the box and yada yada. So stay tuned for that. All right, so this little guy is good to go. A couple other little notes. This is a declaration form that we'll be filling out for Delta and bringing that with us. Jaden in his video goes over that too. And on the box itself, you can see I've added some stickers. It notes that this is venomous reptiles in this box. And call me a hippie, but I like to give recipients the ability to recycle these totes. So I'm going to put a lot of info on the box itself, but this is on masking tape that can be peeled right off. The tote will be good as new once they're done with it. But we put the contents. I'll put the person's address, which you can't see right now to protect their privacy. The airway bill number, that's basically the tracking number and all the info for this shipment. But yeah, that'll all be on the box, just so sometimes Delta will call the recipient if the box is there. Sometimes they just wait for you to come pick it up. But all the info will be there, and the odd chance that anything is lost along the way. But yeah, this guy is good to go, and that is essentially it. I'm going to go take him to the airport and off to his next destination. Later.